This beautiful driftwood bowl is for my friend Heather. Thank you for introducing me to cold water swimming. Here's a piece of driftwood that I picked up at Albert Head Lagoon, where I go swimming in the ocean. Now the piece has some interesting features. There's a few holes or pockmarks in it. Some of them still have pebbles from the beach. There's also areas where it looks like sawdust, which could be from either bugs or worms that were in the piece of wood. There are some cracks, but I'm hoping that there's enough salvageable wood, not too rotten, that I can use to make a bowl. Here's the blank that I cut out from that piece of driftwood. You can see that there were lots of worms and bugs that worked their way through the wood. They leave behind a little bit of compacted sawdust. I'll be able to get rid of that with my air compressor. And there's an interesting color difference here. It may be because the wood is still a little bit wet, or it may be part of the wood. I'll be able to tell more as I turn the piece. The piece is mounted on the screw chuck, and just for extra stability, security, I've put in the live center so that if this piece is too rotten and starts to tear out at this end, at least this will keep it in place. Using my 1/4 inch bowl gouge, and I'm going to turn this round. I've got a basic shape on the piece, but there is still a lot of tear out, and I don't think I'll be able to get that smooth. But I do have a foot turned, so I am going to continue turning it and hopefully be able to salvage the piece. Even if it ends up with tear out all the way through, that's okay. It's a piece of driftwood, and it's a souvenir from my cold water swimming. The inside seems to have a little crack right there. I'm not sure if it goes all the way through, but so far I can work with this. There's not too much tear out at this point, but I'll keep turning and see what happens. I used the air compressor to get rid of most of the sawdust left behind by the bugs or the worms. I did notice that I have a crack from here all the way along the bottom to pretty much halfway through. I don't really want to deal with that. Now I've hollowed out the inside a little bit, but I think I have left myself enough room that I can change the shape of the bowl and have it end just prior to the crack. So my bowl is sanded to 180 right now, and I could sand all of the tear out, but really it's a piece of driftwood, and this is called wood turning, not wood sanding. One sad little thing is that I have a crack that actually extends all the way. I noticed it when I did this, and to keep the crack from blowing the piece apart, I'm going to put a little bit of CA glue, and hopefully that will save this bowl. I've put CA glue in 2 spots, one here at the beginning of the crack, and the other spot is here at hopefully the end of the crack. And although the CA glue does stain the wood, once I put a finish on it, it should all blend together. The piece flew off the lathe. The bottom broke off as I was turning the bottom off, but it looks like there's not too many dents in it. And really, would you be able to see them with all the holes? I don't think so. So all I need to do now is to finish the bottom, sign it, seal it, and give it to my friend Heather. This piece is for her as a thank you for introducing me to the cold water swims. It's been wonderful. I've been doing it for the past 5 months, and it's really helped during this pandemic. The piece is mounted on the cold jaws. I just have to, or maybe I don't even need to turn it. Maybe I can just poke it off. But I'm going to turn this and flatten the bottom. And hopefully that's all the turning that needs to be done. The driftwood bowl is almost done. I'm just waiting for the second coat of tongue oil to dry before I will polish it up and hopefully bring some shine to it. The colors on it are quite spectacular. It goes from orange to creams with some black. And of course, the most interesting element is the wormholes. I've cleaned out all the Frass, F-A-R-S-S. I had to look it up. That is the powdery excrement that's left behind from the beetles or the insect that work their way through it. I'm really happy with this bowl, and I hope that Heather is as well. I had so much fun turning this piece from a driftwood log to an interesting bowl. The bowl's been sanded to 400, finished with 2 coats of tongue oil, and polished with carnauba wax. It's nice and shiny and ready to go. Along with the bowl, I'm going to give Heather a resin coaster. Now the coaster was made by my friend Shireen Barber of Genuine Art Studio, and she used pebbles from the beach where we swim and added these beautiful waves. I think Heather is going to love these 2 pieces, and it's a thank you for introducing both Shireen and I to the Cold Water Warriors. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you'll stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching. To just try and I'm going to try and smoothen, no, it's not going to work. I'm going to try and make this smooth and start over. Worms, they leave behind what looks like compacted driftwood. For all I know, it's their poop. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I've taken the air compressor and blew out. Okay, I put a little bit of CA glue in there. Hopefully that will make the crap. Yeah, it is crappy. It'll make the crack. Hopefully it'll fix it.